Hey there, Aquarius. In this video, I'm going to channel Source's message for you for the month of June. I apologize for this getting out late. And I'm also going to pull a Celtic cross for you so you have everything that you need to be able to manifest your heart's desires. For those of you who are new to me, my name is Kelly. I'm an intuitive channel and law of attraction expert who helps you manifest anything and everything that you want in your life. And so without further ado, let's just get right into it, Aquarius. Source, what do you want, Aquarius, to hear this month? Things not going the way you'd like. Things not going the way you'd like. Things not turning out the way that you expected. There's something in your life right now, Aquarius, that isn't going as well as it didn't go how you wanted. It isn't going as well as you'd like. It isn't on the path to unfold how you'd like it to unfold, Aquarius. But what you need to hear is that the more that you draw your attention to it, and we know that for many of you, this is actually kind of a big, significant thing going on, like major, not just you got a B on your test instead of an A. Like, we know that this is something major, but what we don't want is that you have like this many areas of your life that you could think about. This one area, you're letting it take over and get this big. The more that you keep thinking about that area that's not going well, yes, Aquarius, you're going to have to give it some time, some attention, some love, maybe apply for the jobs, maybe apologize to the person. However it's playing out in your physical reality, does it need some of your attention, some of your time, some of your action, some of your vibrational energy work? Yes. However, let's just say it's a court case. Give it the time, the preparation, meet with a lawyer beforehand, get prepared, go to court, talk about it a little bit afterwards, and then switch gears to, and now it's the time to eat my dinner. Now it's the time to nourish my body. Now it's the time to focus on the things that I'm eating and putting into my body. Now it's the time to enjoy my daughter's stories from school. Now it's the time to enjoy and spend time with my husband. Just feel, what does it feel like to be in his arms? Or now is the time to enjoy my apartment to myself. There's an element of me that enjoys being single because I just get to relax and just focus on me right now. How much, Aquarius, can you allow yourself this thing to not be going that well in your life, and for you to also and allow yourself to focus on the other areas too? Because we don't want, Aquarius, as you falling into this fireball pit of anxiety and things not going well. We want you to admit that, yeah, there's this thing that's not, it's anxiety producing. And here are all the other things that I do like about my life, or that I do find satisfying, or that are enjoyable. We want you to allow yourself to feel that duality, Aquarius. Allow yourself the time and energy, vibrational work, focus, human level time, human level action for that area, and the rest, and going to the movie, and doing a meditation so that you sleep better at night. And that is the biggest for you right now, Aquarius. And with that, we invite Kelly to pull the Celtic cross. Hey, Chris. Chris, are you an Aquarius? Do we got any Aquariuses in the house? If y'all are watching this live, I would much appreciate a thumbs up on the video. If we get enough people on here, if we get like 20 by the time I'm done with this video, I'll come back on and just do another live for you guys. Or it's just fun. We could chit chat and talk. You're an Aquarius, Chris? Hey, Tashiana. Hey, Donna. Chris. Oh, you already liked it, Chris. Chris, I feel so supported and loved and all that good stuff. Chris, what isn't going on? You know what? Let me just do the reading, and then I'll pop back on and do another live so we can talk a little bit more. Or maybe I'll go in my Facebook group. Ooh, we got a lot of Aquariuses. So it looks like this was a good time to do it. I do apologize for it being June 12th, guys, before I'm getting it out. I set aside the first 4 days of the month to get them done. And then I switch gears after that into like personal life, family life, other work areas. If it doesn't get done before then, it takes me, people like will PM me and then I'll realize, oh, I didn't do it. So I apologize, guys. But Aquarius, so it looks like for the basis of your month is, can you see it? I will never cease being or desiring. So it's letting you know that this thing that isn't going as well as you'd like right now, it's only because you're desiring for something big. You're not just, hey, universe, I want a lollipop. Hey, universe, I want a cup of coffee. Hey, universe, I want a date. You're going through like a big ask. You're going through, I'm ready for like my husband, the big ask, right? From there, for asking for a date versus asking for your husband, when you're asking for your husband, you might have to go back and clean up some unhealthy relationship habits that you have. So do you see how that one could be reaching towards something good that you want, reaching towards a big ask that you want? And along the journey, as your vibrations get more attuned to the vibration of love, things that don't vibrate at that higher level are going to be more dissatisfying to you. Flat out. So people who are at the vibration of anger and they're just fighting versus someone who's happy and looks at it, the person who's happy and watches it feels more displeasure than the two people who are fighting, because that's the vibrational range that they have access to. So to them, that's the norm. I'm going to let that sink in a little bit. Hey, Yolanda. So know that whatever's getting cleaned up, like, you know, we have an example. I know someone in my life right now who they're retiring. They're doing like a huge transition in life to retirement. And with that, they manifested in something that could take money away, when that's like exactly not what you want to be having when you're trying to retire, you know, or when you are retired, you know? And so with that though, I know this person, they're hyper focusing in on that. And every time I call, it's, this is going wrong. This is what is being said. This is yada, yada. Like, oh my God, it could all get taken away. She's so hyper focusing in on that area instead of, wait, whoa, the only reason why this came into being is because I retired and I'm feeling a little insecure, a little vulnerable around money now. I need to clean up that vibration. So the only reason why perhaps something isn't going well in your life, it's only because you're doing such a big ask. You're 180ing, up-leveling your life so much. So the more that you can go, okay, I get that this is coming in because I want to enjoy X, Y, Z. Yeah, and it looks like whatever Aquarius you're going through, which if we stick with the retirement example, it makes sense. Because what's crossing this, God, the lighting. Sorry, guys. Let me see if I can do that a little bit. I will never cease being or desiring. So you're at a place of huge expansion in your life. What's crossing that, the challenge for the month is, my life is supposed to be fun. So whatever ask you're doing, whatever manifestation you're doing, it's ultimately for the enjoyment of your life. So in order to, I know, God, whatever you guys might be going through, comment afterwards so I can see the comments. I'll help you out in the comments if I can. Even though you're like doing that, I want to retire because I want to enjoy my time and have fun. And then you manifest in this thing that might take money away from you. I know that that's not enjoyable, guys, okay? It's not about enjoying every little thing that happens to you. It's about what can you find satisfying and pleasing about it. Well, I like that I am still retired. I do like that. I do like that I'm at least considering where am I going to live. And I like that the only reason why I'm upset about this money that might get taken away, because this was money that was going to go to buy the house that I was going to retire in. And I do want a nicer house. I like that I want a nice house. Do you see how you can like the fact that you want the nice house, or that you want that dream vacation with your hunk of a husband? You can at least like that you want something so great and will bring so much enjoyment into your life. You got to make it that kind of a switch this month, because then once you can stay focused on things that you are at least finding satisfying in your life, are liking right now, then the rest you'll look at it and be like, it's part of the process. Oh, that's an old vibration that's leaving. You know, whenever I have like a friend, or maybe not a friend, but whenever as my vibrations continue to raise, some people, places, things, experiences just kind of disappear from your life. And sometimes they try to cling on. They're like, you can't out-vibe me, get back down here. And it's like, so we got a clinger vibration. I wonder when this one's going to leave, instead of getting sucked into the problem. She won't just appreciate me. She won't just celebrate my wins. She just always wants to complain and don't even go there. Just be like, that's the riffraff. So that's the mean girl at work. Okay, well, I'm going to go high vibe over there. Just kidding. Well, you are not to blame for things going well or right in her life. Well or wrong. I'm so high vibe. Well or right. Yeah, you're never. Well, Chris, let me hop on a live and help you with that. Let me finish this reading. Sorry you're going through that though, Chris. I know that sucks. So what can, cause it's cause you're smart, Chris. So what can you guys focus on though? Okay. Where was I at? I would never cease being, cause you're at a place of, you're doing a huge transition. You're doing a big ask, and it is really about enjoying it. Cause when you could find something enjoyable about something that's not pleasing, that's when the enjoyment will become possible. Cause some people have a little bit of a hard time enjoying good things. Oh, you want to give me that necklace? Oh, you're willing to build my website for me? Oh, you want to give me a car? Thank you. And just enjoy it and celebrate it. So sometimes when you learn to find what is enjoyable about the vibrational contrast, whether it's on the topic or something else, it will make it so that you'll be able to receive the good in a much more enjoyable way. So that's kind of the lesson you guys are going through this month, Aquarius. And they're saying, if you want to go with the example of the retired person, well, if I can get through a little bit of a money hurdle when I first retired, baby, the rest of this is smooth sailing. Now that person will be more set up once they work through the little vibrational contrast. Now they'll be more set up to enjoy the rest of their retirement. So in a way, thank goodness this happened so early so that I'll be able to enjoy the rest of it. Because I could have been 2 years at 60% enjoyment. Baby, I'm going to get right back to 90% enjoyment right away. And, there was one experience where Kelly had, she was dating a gentleman who he yelled at her one time and he threw a curse word in there. And from that, in the moment, Kelly was stunned and shocked and was like, oh man, definitely not my husband. What a disappointment. And oh my God, I'm in another state with him right now. I got to make it till we're planning to get back home. That wasn't enjoyable for her, but was enjoyable. She went and thought, you know what? He displayed the anger vibration so prominently and so dominantly. What we vibrate at, we attract. And she went, okay, well, where in my life? What am I angry at? What am I upset at? What do I not find that's flowing as well as I'd like? Him displaying that in a way that she readily saw it made her dig deep and went, oh, I'm actually a little angry at this. I'm a little upset about this. I feel a little disappointed about this. She was able to clean up those vibrations. So she didn't like that she was yelled at. She didn't like that there was a curse word in there. She didn't like that she felt trapped, but she did like that it was displayed in a way that happened quickly. So she didn't have to spend 2 years with a guy. She just spent 2 months with him. She liked the time that was saved. She liked the vibrational lessons that were put in there. She likes the way that she started thinking afterwards. That's what you guys are going through. Because under the root of all of this, since every request is granted, I feel no competition. Because why this is coming up is that everyone can want what they want. And it's like you're letting go of that. A lot of times people will feel the vibration of guilt around things going well for them, things being enjoyable for them. You guys got to release this, Aquarius. And it's knowing that as you enjoy the unfoldment of your journey, you're not taken away from anyone. And if you at all at a moment are like, why are they treating me this way? That's you not embracing your journey, Aquarius. Instead of, oh, she's at the vibration of anger. Oh, she's at the vibration of jealousy. Oh, she's at the vibration of insecurity. What a bummer. I wish we were within a vibrational vicinity so that we can still continue to talk and be friends. Like, I wonder who my next friend will be. Kind of an example like that. Let me see if there's a spirit. Do you want them to know anything else about this? You're going through a bigger expansion. Ultimately, you have to enjoy the vibrational contrast so that you can enjoy the really good stuff. And it's knowing that others can find the same peace, content, and happiness that you found. Like if you're the retired person, we're just going to stick with that example. It's knowing that you don't need to sit there and, oh, well, that person will never be able to retire. Oh, that person didn't save enough. Oh, that person's going to have to work until they're 90 cleaning floors. That's going to dampen your experience. If you allow yourself to feel it, allow yourself to have compassion, allow yourself to, oh man, I'm so disappointed that person's not going to be able to enjoy the type of retirement that I enjoy. I'm disappointed that they may not get to have those foot massages and those massages. I feel disappointed that they may not get to experience XYZ. Be a compassionate human being. But if you notice that, go home and think about it. Go home and think about it. Go home and talk about it. Go home and blog about it. Go home and call your daughter about it. Talk your husband's ear off about it. Wake up the next morning. Oh, that guy is just that's you fucking up your vibes. You see the difference between compassion and empathy and being a genuine, caring human being versus hamster wheel thought of messing up your vibes? Yeah, because whatever it is in the past, it looks like, so you definitely started that lesson in the past. My financial decline will not elevate the impoverished. So you've definitely gone through it's like you've gone through the awakening that other people are going to be as happy as they want to be. It's no longer under my control. It's no longer my job to make them happy. They're going to be as happy as they want to be. So you've started that lesson. You had the awakening. But like for this combo to come up, guys, it's like you had the awakening in the recent past. Like, you know what? I'm not going to not fix up my living room because my friends can't afford it. I'm going to not go on that vacation because my friends can't afford it. So you had the awakening. And now that you've started taking some of the actions, perhaps by retiring, perhaps by maybe remodeling or whatever, it's bringing up. Now you've started the new path, right? Which is the new path of enjoying life. Now you have to bring everything else into alignment with it. You know, when I started the path of my business, there was vibrational contrast that came up. There was the scared of doing a Facebook Live, scared of doing a YouTube Live. My first YouTube Live, I was scared and shaking. And I ended it early because I was like, I got to go, guys, too nerve-wracking. I then behind the scenes had to do the vibrational work, the energetic work, whoa, that was scary. Whew, that was nerve-wracking. Love yourself, find compassion, and be okay with exactly where you're at. And you know what? Like, you were brave for doing it still, Kelly. Even though you looked a little silly, you were still brave. And universe, inner being, I'm ready to feel better. I'm ready to feel more natural. I'm ready to feel more confident when I do lives. Do you see how I have to do that behind the scenes work to bring everything into alignment? In terms of what you're going on right now, you're definitely, Jesus, I hate repeating the word awakening. Shift in perspective. We'll use that word. I am in the perfect position to get there from here. It's kind of like whatever you might be hamster wheeling thought about, or whatever you focus on that's dampening your overall enjoyment of life, it looks like at the same time, and you're also allowing yourself to realize, and I'm still in this good spot. So you're definitely in the process of allowing both emotions, you know? Like there's one friend in my life, little Miss High Vibe here, that we're not seeing eye to eye anymore. And I'm like, what is going on? I'm allowing myself to feel the disappointment that's happening. I'm allowing myself to like vibrational contrast and enjoy the others. So whatever you're doing, you're allowing yourself to do both. And that's like exactly where you want to be. You just definitely want to learn to find something enjoyable about the unenjoyable thing. Like, so I'll use myself as an example for the friend and I that aren't quite seeing eye to eye. So I don't enjoy that we're not seeing eye to eye. I don't enjoy that you could view it as a fight. I don't enjoy what I feel is projected blame. I don't enjoy the fact that I feel like she is kind of essentially getting mad when I can't hang out with her. What? And like, well, okay, I don't want to get too into it, but like every time I say no, it invokes a feeling of inadequacy. It invokes a feeling of, I'm sorry, I can't be good enough for you. So none of that's enjoyable, right? And I can also enjoy that I at least feel comfortable enough with her that we talk about it openly. And I can enjoy the fact that she does hear me. She does understand where I'm coming from and still owns her point of view so well. It's about the duality of both. And I enjoy that, like, we're both just trying to grow. We're both trying to reach for understanding. All right, that should make sense. If not, comment below, guys. In terms of what you're going on in the future, Aquarius, yeah, you got to ditch that guilt vibration, the shame vibration. Why are they not getting what they're asking for? So, like, if you're the retirement example, if you're retiring, that person's worked just as hard as me. Why aren't they retiring? Or if you're the happily married wife with the awesome husband with an awesome career, like, oh, why are they not getting a good husband? Oh, why are they getting a divorce? If you keep thinking about that, it's you not allowing yourself to enjoy what you've got good going on in your life. In terms of your personal power this month, I love this. I am a vibrational being in a vibrational environment. Your personal power this month is knowing that Your sense of happiness is not about certain results or certain situations or certain things happening. Your happiness is purely a vibration. Are you going to deliberately focus on things that are pleasing? Or are you going to focus on things that aren't? Because even if there's things that aren't enjoyable that you're going through, the more that you could draw your eyes to what is enjoyable, the more that will be enjoyable. And we'll give you an example. Have you ever just had that experience where you're at a party and it's kind of like mellow, mediocre, ho-hum-drum, and then someone walks in and the whole room just kind of sits up, lightens up, and it gets better? It's that one person was so focused on, I'm just ready to have fun. Everyone else's vibrations, because they were receptive to it, went up too. You can do the same for you. Even if you're, Kelly worked in those toxic work environments when she was at work. And what she did, she's like, well, I enjoy that I have a desk that's like a receptionist desk, so I can line this entire like little fortress with gemstones from point to point. And she was like, and I enjoy that they have to stay on that side, and this side is my vibes. So that when anyone, they were all toxic. They were all high PhD people just duking it out with their knowledge and their education and the academics. But when they would come to her, it felt like a reprieve. It felt nice to be in her corner. You can be happy in any environment. We do know that it's obviously easier in environments that are pleasing and enjoyable. But it's more about, are you willing to be at the highest vibration given the current environment, and knowing that you want a place that itself has a higher vibration? Happy where you're at, and love knowing that the next good thing is coming in, is your personal power this month. In terms of outside influences, absolute well-being is the basis of my universe. So it kind of looks like the big U is just giving you a wake-up call of like, hey, you, Aquarius, you need to start prioritizing your happiness. So that can be at the extreme side of this. That can be when you get sick. So, if you've been working so much that you're now working off adrenaline, and then you get sick, like it can be that extreme example. The universe is like, hey, you need to slow down, you need to sleep, you need to take care of yourself. If you're not going to do it, your body will get sick and your body will make you take the sleep. Or it might be a little higher vibe experience than this. It might be maybe just start chatting with new people. Maybe start connecting with a Facebook group that's just like positive and uplifting. Or maybe it's new people that you meet on your walk. Or maybe it's like a YouTube video that you watch that's just encouraging you to, hey, start enjoying your life more. Hey, just start noticing the things that you do like. Even if in like the back of my video, I don't enjoy that I have my cutting board on display right there, but I do enjoy that I have my candles. I do enjoy that I have flowers and my gemstones right there. Are you going to naturally draw your eyes to the one little thing that isn't what you want and just hyper focus on that? Or are you going to draw yourself to the candles and the flowers and the gemstones and my little egg? And it's what are you, the universe is essentially, you better start enjoying life. So it looks like everything, it looks like you are due for a vibrational up level, Aquarius. That's what this is looking for. And it looks like the universe is just kind of helping you enjoy life more, which it's like cleaning out the cobwebs of a house. You just inherited a house that's been empty for like 4 years. Fun, exciting, right? You're going through an up level, you're going through retirement, you're getting a new boyfriend, whatever's going well in your life. Sometimes you got to go through that house that's been empty 4 years and maybe get the couple spiders that are in there, clean them out, clean the cobwebs out, clean the dust out. So there can be old vibrations, old situations, people, place, things that need to be cut, that need to be cleaned up, old ways of thinking, old ways of being. Maybe instead of telling yourself everything you're doing wrong, maybe start telling yourself everything you're doing right. It's things like that. So as much as your life is going through an up level, it may not feel the funnest in the moment. Essentially your reading this month, Aquarius. But law of attraction, just start making a list of 10 things every day. 10, guys. What do you find satisfying in your area? What do you find satisfying on your desk right here? What do you find satisfying on the YouTube video that you're watching? Just 10 things that you find satisfying. Because in terms of, this one was your, this is interesting. For your hopes or fears, you got my slightest improvement is of such great value. And for your outcome, but what about those innocent little babies? Aquarius, that lesson's come up for you so many times already. You got to quit thinking about, look, it came up here. in the future, why are they not getting what they're asking for? And for your outcome, what about those innocent little babies? What about the people who didn't ask for those horrible things? You guys gotta stop caring for others more than the others care for themselves, because you're doing it to the detriment of yourself, to the detriment of your health, to the, if you're the retired person, if you have a belief system, I shouldn't have more than others. If you retire with money in the bank, you're like, oh, but I shouldn't have more than others. Look at that. Look at my neighbor who can't retire yet. That's when you're going to manifest in the lawsuit. That's when you're going to manifest in the car accident that takes a chunk of change. Makes sense how that works, guys? No one actively manifests in, hey, I want to get sued. No one manifests in, hey, I want a car accident. But if you have a belief system that doesn't allow you to enjoy, and you hit a level of enjoyment, but your belief system isn't that high that life can be that enjoyable, that's when those things happen, but lower it a little bit. So this is definitely your hope or fear. My slightest improvement is such great value. So there's a little part of you that's recognizing, if I spend in some time and some dedication to little increases of improvement of my vibrations, I'm starting to see big results from that. That could also be the fear card of like, God, this is taking so long. It feels like so much work to do it. Or it feels like I do work and an effort, I get higher vibe, but then I go right back down. You guys, changing your vibration is a steady practice over time. It's kind of like this. It's a steady vibration to maintain it longer. So it will take 2-3 weeks of a little bit nicer way of treating yourself before you see a new default level of waking up with nice thoughts about yourself. So in terms of your outcome for this month, let me get some more, let me pull a different deck for you guys for this too. I want to get you some more clarity. But what about those innocent little babies? So it kind of looks like, despite my best efforts in this video and despite Spirit's message to you, it looks like you all still might be putting some of your focus on other people this month. And that's not where we want you to be, guys. Because if you're focusing on other people, why aren't they enjoying it? Why? Okay, I'll pull you 3 clarifying cards from this deck. You know what I mean? Like, let's just use the example of poverty and hunger, okay? And people who like live off of the soup kitchens. Law of attraction isn't about not ever going there, not ever donating there, not ever being around people who have lower financial frequency than you. Law of attraction is not about that. It's about going there, knowing that you can go there and help them, help yourself, feel good yourself that you're giving back, help them feel better. Know that if there's someone in the receptive mode that's there and you can maybe employ them, that your inner beings are going to take care of it. You don't have to go out of your way to try to, hey, here's how you do the resume. Hey, here's how you let go of your mom. You don't need to go out of your way. The person's ready. The conversation will happen and will flow. You got to quit worrying about other people as much. Because they have an inner being too. Yeah, okay, so check it out, guys. They have an inner being too. And if you have an inner being that can guide you to the nice new kitchen, that can guide you to retirement, they have one too. If their inner being can guide them when they're really ready, when they're really at a state to switch their mindset, when they're really at a state to shift how they do work, how they approach making money, that will give it to them. So I asked for clarifying cards for that for you guys, right? And look what came up. You got the Ring card, which represents happiness and commitment. You got a girl longing and waiting for love, romance. And you got the Hopeful card. So if you guys can do that, if you can allow yourself to go to like a soup kitchen and know that there's nothing more that you need to do other than show up and trust that your inner being and their inner beings, if you're there to help them more than just putting food on their plate, the inner beings are going to guide it to that much more. And if you can kind of learn that, let go of the responsibility of helping others, that's when you're going to get the full enjoyment of your life. Ooh, Aquarius, that's it right there. Let go of the responsibility of others, loving and knowing and trusting that they have an inner being too. And if you can go through mindset shifts, so can they. And I know how that feels, Aquarius. I have some family members who they are poverty level. They're living in those communities and getting kicked out of them and finding another community to live in. And I'm like, whoa, what? And what? You want to live your life that way? But I also have other family members who they have their house, the backyard is an 18 par golf course. Like, so I have extremes in my family. I don't not let myself enjoy the beautiful downtown apartment I have for myself because I have a cousin who bounces around between different communities. You know, when he's at my grandpa's house when I'm there too, it's like, hey, how are you? Okay, yeah, things aren't going well, huh? Oh, don't even have a fridge. You're out of an ice cooler. Like, oh man, that's gotta be a little rough to always have to go get new ice to keep your milk chilled. I don't try to change him. I don't try to save him. I don't try to give him money. If he's ready and asks for help, oh, you bet I would help him. But I'm not going to sit there and spend an hour, 2, 3 hours to get them from depression up 1 or 2 vibes so they can feel better and get better results, because that would be to the detriment of my health. There are people, some of my clients, I will stay 3 hours on the phone with them when they're in the receptive mode for the help and they're getting help and it feels reciprocal. Because, you know, when you give to someone who's unappreciative, it doesn't feel reciprocal. But when you give to someone and it feels appreciated, it's reciprocal. Even if you're the one giving the $1,000, $10,000, $100,000, if the charity's like, oh, we didn't really need that, you're probably not going to give to them again. So quit force feeding people, Aquarius. But instead, if the person gives the 100,000, the charity's like, oh my God, thank you. Let us give you this little plaque to acknowledge it. And by the way, here's what we're going to spend the money on. We're going to get these 10 women into houses. We're going to get them that, you know, like, whose money would you take? What charity would you donate to? The one that's thanks, or the one who's, hey, this is how you're impacting and helping the community. Where are you spending your time, Aquarius? That's what you got to think about. All right. I love y'all. Bye.